Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ritchie Roundup. I am America's coolest conservative, TJ Ritchie. Woo. All right, hoping everything is working right. Had a little glitching going on here. I am by no means a technology whiz. I know that's a shock. Such a shock. Oh. Okay. This is something that happened during the radio show tonight, just a few minutes ago, and I didn't want to go into it on the radio, so I'll go into it now. I just have to try and find the message that I got because because I got a lot of complaints tonight in the text messages into the studio because I think it's one person that has all these different numbers because I've said this before. Forgive me if you've heard me say it. But all of the messages are in the same, they use the same wording and the same cadence and the same broken English and bad grammar and bad punctuation and all to lead me to believe that it's the same person. But regardless, I use it for what it is, which is fodder or content. So this is a message that I got, and all of these come as messages calling me a racist and so forth. This one says, TJ, I have a challenging question for you. Since you're complaining about black community not supporting Republicans enough, so tell me one day or one topic in which you've supported black community. Just one topic. Now, this is the mindset of a fool, obviously. So you can clean up the bad grammar and bad, English and broken English and whatever. What this person is saying is that, okay, so I'm always talking about black people who are supportive of the Democrat Party, and the Democrat Party has proven through history to be anti-black people through its way of constantly stringing black people along and saying, we're going to get you this, we'll get you that, and vote for us, and just keep voting for us. And just everything from slavery, which was the Democrats, to segregation, that was the Democrats, anti-civil rights, that was the Democrats, Jim Crow, Democrats, all of it. Everything that has been against black people for being black has been the Democrat Party. The Republican Party was built to fight slavery. The Republican Party passed the Civil Rights Act. I mean, that's just the historical facts. The Democrats came along and hijacked the civil rights movement and has, told black people that, sure, the Democrats supported slavery, and as a party, the Democrat Party was against integration and so forth. But all of those people then turned Republican, and then the Republican Party became and that's not true. There was one person who was a Democrat that changed to being a Republican. One. Of all of the segregationists. I'll tell you who wasn't that Republican or that Democrat, and that was Al Gore's dad, Al Gore Sr. He was a segregationist to his core, hated black people. But this is what we get. Tell me one thing. Let me read it again. So tell me one day or one topic in which you've supported Black community. How about my constant begging of Black people to stop being controlled and brainwashed by the Democrat Party? See, this is the mindset of a fool. He said, you always say that not enough Black people support the Republicans, but tell me one thing where you've supported the Black community. That's how dumb this person is. That's what that is. My saying Black people should stop supporting the Democrats because the Democrat Party is built on racism, and you've got it backwards if you think the Democrat Party is the party for Black people. But this is how brainwashed this person is, that I'm going to say she, because that sounds like a she, that she can't put two and two together to think, like, that's just two different things. Like my saying that I want Black people to be Republicans because the Republican Party is not the racist party. The Democrat Party is the racist party. That's against the Black. That's me not supporting Black people, because in her mindset, Black people belong to the Democrat Party. For me to say that I want Black people to be Republicans is somehow racist. See, you're dealing with people who are just emotional, and they're not, when you're talking about the leftists like this, they're not based in reality. They're based in their emotions and what they've been brainwashed with. So it also goes back to, people on social media, you'll see, like there was a video that went viral the other day of a Black guy that went up to a white police officer and said, say this or it means you're racist. If you're not racist, then say this. And he even said, and hop on one foot while you're saying it. So it's almost like you're going to go up to a white person and say, if you don't do these ridiculous things that I say you need to do, I'm going to call you a racist. So I'm sure that by my saying, I'm not, what you're asking me to do here is just not, it doesn't even make sense. Oh, see, you're a racist. You can't name one thing that you support Black people in the Black community. Well, first of all, I don't have to prove anything to a moron. I mean, just because you're so nonsensical that you're demanding, you're throwing out some sort of challenge to me, doesn't mean that I have to like pretend like it's serious and that I owe you some sort of proof because you falsely accused me of being a racist. Now I gotta give you proof that I'm not. Screw you. It doesn't work that way. What you need to be doing is you need to be going to the leaders of your party and saying, prove to me you're not a racist. That's what you need to be doing. Prove to me the Democrats aren't racists. I think my side has proven that we're not racist. Why don't you go to them? They're the ones that have the history of racism on their backs all the time, hanging over their heads. They're the party of the KKK, paying white supremacists to cause, trouble and make it seem like there's a lot of racism that's not there. That's them. Go to your people, your party, the leaders of the Democrat Party. Go to them. Say, hey, prove to me you're not racist. And hop on one leg while you're doing it. I mean, if you really want to find out who's a racist and who's not, start with the party of racism, the Democrat Party. How about that? All right, I got to go to bed. Have a good night and a great tomorrow.